Virgo, how you doing? Welcome to the first of two monthly readings for you. The reason we're doing two monthly readings is because we're going to be working it in the future according to signs rather than the calendar month. It works so much better for what we're doing here at the Astroflower. It also works a lot better for the astrology, for also elements and so forth, to do with equinoxes and solstices and all of those sort of things here. So we're gradually going to transform it from doing it for a monthly reading into a signs reading. And you'll see why in particular, because we're going to go into the elements that are in your flower, your astro flower, which makes up your entire flower, but also the influences of the sign that we're going through at the moment. So without further ado, let's just have a look at your astro flower, shall we? And your sign is a pure earth sign. That means everything that is around here, the outer circle, which we can see here, the outer circle is that mutable earth which makes Virgo. That is your interaction with the world around you. There is a certain, because of mutable can either be cardinal, but it can also be very fixed as well. And this is where mutables can go between the two, as it were. And this sometimes can create confusion for you, but also helps you to be flexible when you're trying to get things done. The other thing that is blowing through you, which is quite important, is that cardinal air, which we can see here, which comes in from Libra, which is just next to you. And that is also a pure sign. As I said, there's only four. There's Virgo, which is the earth version, Libra, which is the air, Pisces, which is the water, and Aries, which is the fire. And as this cardinal air comes into you, it comes in from the relationship side, as you can well see. It comes into this section here and actually filters down into your financial side, which you can see down in this section here, and really does play into your cardinal, or your karmic path, as it were, the things that you need to experience in order to understand life and what you should be doing on this plane, as it were. And that is what you need. Now, air and earth do not really combine, to be honest. The earth will consume the air. So earth is consuming the ideas, and the earth is the production, the result. And as you can well see from your astro flower here, look at the amount of air that you have flowing through the middle of your section there. It really does turn you into an ideas machine, as it were. But it's ideas that come from within you, and as it goes forward, out towards the outside, and how you convert it into reality. You do have quite a bit of fire that's running through you. You have that also on your influence from the universe, or the connection to the greater plan, as it were, with that mutable fire. But you also have it, this crossing point, which is just underneath petal 10, which gives the interaction with the outside world. And that fire and air, when you it needs earth as a fuel, and this is where you are trying to convert the ideas and your passions into reality. That's always seems to be a sticking point for Virgo, but it's a driving point as well. And with the conversion of the air through the fire, it makes for a lot of emotions. Now, if you can see throughout your flower, you only have 2 points of water. Both of them are that transitional parts of your petals that go from connecting your super subconscious to your subconscious level. This is like connecting your past, to your future. And this is how your emotions drive that. It gives you a lot of memories as well. So you can be very affected by the emotions in life. Now, what we're going to be doing in these monthly readings here is seeing how the elements of the sign that we are going through at this present time, how it affects your particular sign. And we're going to be putting some cards in accordance to that. And we'll see which things work and which things don't work. So without further ado, let's bring up Taurus, because that's what we're dealing with here. This is the the Taurus overlay on your side. Now the elements that are slightly graded out, which you can see here and here, they are the elements from Taurus. You can see your elements, which are full here, which are there. You got your fixed fire there that comes in from Leo, and your fixed water there that comes in from Scorpio, your cardinal earth water that comes in from Cancer, which converts into cardinal earth, which is really good for you. But what we want to do is just to see what elements are conflictual, and then we can play some cards upon it. One thing you should really notice, and I think this is going to be really important for you in this beginning part of May, is this double fire and this double air. You also get the double water here, and you get the water and earth, which is fantastic on your financial side. And there's a lot going on. There's a simple, maybe a possibility of a conflict on your influence or your connection to the universe that is around you on your financial side. But the rest of it, there is not a lot of conflict because it is a fellow earth sign, and there is a lot of similarities. It is the qualities that really change the situation. So you have this double water up here, you have this double water here, which is for you, you have that cardinal water. It's the emotional drive in your financial world to actually get you to convert your ideas into reality, with your mutable water here as well. So it's almost a sort of like take or leave in a certain way. And I would only leave, take the stuff that gives you that cardinal, that direction for your emotional connection to the world that is around you. That's the only conflictual thing that I can see is down there. That's the most conflictual sort of thing that's going on. And that's to do with your connection to the universe. This could be the fact that with that double air and that double fire at the top, which is just sitting above you, it could play a little bit more and disconnect you to the universe in the way, because you'll get caught up in what you are doing, which is not a bad thing at all, Virgo. It could be a very, very good thing. So let's just pull a few cards on this and let's just see what's going on. On your overall energies here, you get the Nine of Wands. Healthy boundaries. I think this ties into that double earth and that double air and that double fire, which we see above you there, that double air and that double fire that's coming above there. I think the overall energies here are sort of saying, keep yourself focused on what you're doing. If you can keep yourself focused, this beginning part of May will be incredibly productive and passionate in regards to ideas. But don't get pulled into too many different directions. Use your own ideas to give you that sort of that pathway in your life, so you don't get pulled off in other places. And I think that's what the Nine of Wands is all about. On your relationship side, you have the Magician here. Yeah, there's no conflict really going on here. The only thing that's missing on this side here, on your karmic path here, is the water within your sign. Let's just go back to that and have a look. This is the section that we're dealing with, this section here. And this section here is, there is no water in this section, in this petal. And because of that, maybe this is what you need to be using, or you need to be applying emotions into your life. And you can use the cardinal fire, the cardinal earth in that comes through Taurus, and it gets converted into cardinal water, which allows you to free yourself up. So I would allow your emotions to be the driving force of manifesting what you want in the way of connection to relationships and to people that are around you. On your influence from the universe, similar situation we've got here. We've got earth and air that's flowing through you on the inner section there, and earth and fire. It is the same as your karmic path because we're in another fellow earth sign at the moment. And this is where it's sort of saying here, where you've got your fixed earth and your fixed fire that comes through from Taurus, combining with your mutable here. And it's sort of saying to you here, this is the, as I said earlier on, mutables can either go cardinal, but they can also go fixed. That is the idea of the mutable. And here I think the card is sort of saying to you here, head towards the fixed side. Be very clear with yourself. Be very clear in the way in which you give your emotions out. You give away your time, effort, and money to the world that is around you. And don't get pulled into situations that are not beneficial for you. Stick to your guns, Virgo. Above that, you get the 10 of Pentacles. This is the influence from your past self, the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you tend to have every single element. You've got the double earth. Let's just go back to that again. The double earth, which is to do with you. You get the fixed earth and the mutable earth, sticking to your guns. And then above that, you get the double water as well. Now, water and earth makes for very fertile land. And I think this is where you're sort of seeing that you actually have a lot of attributes of how you've conducted your life and what you've done in your life in order to get to where you are today. And you're realizing, I think you should be realizing that you have a lot of things not just going for you, but how you connect with the people that are around you. In your future self, you get the 5 of Swords. On this section here, this is double whammy, really, more than anything else. You've got, as we couldn't well see here, you've got the double water on that section there, double water on that section there, and you get the double fire on there, the double air on that section above, and the double earth. And you've got all of those elements. And this is where the manifestation comes into play. Applying your emotions in life and being very sensitive about what relationships are just there to sort of, put like a stick or a baton into your wheels, into the spokes of your bicycle so that you come off your bicycle. And I wouldn't get involved in situations that are really detrimental to you. The universe is trying to encourage you on this and trying to explain to you or trying to make you see absolutely clearly for this. On the general sort of outcome, Ace of Pentacles, we've got doubles going on again. We've got the double air there that we can see. We've got the double fire and your double earth at the top. Everything's doubling up here. The only thing that's missing is your emotions. And this is where I think in your relationship side, and it comes as well from your 10 of Pentacles, from your past self, it's actually, if you concentrate on the things that you really want and you want to manifest in your life, you have a golden opportunity in a very physical sense to connect with people that are around you that is absolutely beautiful for you more than anything else. And gives you that seed to grow in your going future. And I think it's going to bode really well for you if you stick to the plan and if you don't get pulled off your sort of what you so desire. And I think that's what the 9 of Wands is all about. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Now you get the 2 of Pentacles. Choices to be made here. You've got every element on this sign here. It's a very good month for you in this beginning part of your month. You've got all the elements which are here, which is, your earth, water, air and fire. Air and fire together, water and earth together. It makes it incredibly productive. And what the card here is sort of saying to you is it's showing you the things that work. It's revealing the opportunities that are in your life. Absolutely beautiful karmic path here. Recognizing the things that work and revealing the things that work to you. And that's your karmic path in the next sort of 3 weeks, is to really start homing in on the things that really work for you. This is that conflictual thing that we were talking about when we had a conflict of conflict between the fire and the water, which comes down in this section here between the fixed and the mutable. And this is where I think you're constant with that earth and fire on the outside, and the influence and the fire, the fixed fire from Taurus on your mutable earth. I think this is where your connection with everything that is around you is going to help you to keep that constant, and it's going to bring balance back into your life, a lot more sort of harmony as well. It could also help you to, if you're caught up in legal situations or contracts and so forth, I'd be very attentive, maybe even take advice from the exterior, which will give you that constant going forward, as it were. And it brings a lot of harmony within your life. In your past to your future self, you get the moon. It's all the elements again that you've got. You've got your double earth, you've got the double water, you've got the and then you've got the mixture of the fire and water and the air and fire in that section there. I think it's going to bring certain things to the surface from the past. This harmony that the universe is trying to influence upon you to show you what really works for you. It's going to bring things that surprises to the surface from the past that you didn't really see happening. I think it's also going to give you closure on certain aspects that because you're going to discover a few things about things in the past, which makes things a lot clearer for you. In your future self, you get the Two of Swords. This is where we're going back into the double, double, double. And this is where your future and your constant, or your future and your here and now, is doubling up the whole time. And these Two of Swords here may well be a difficult choice according to these surprises that come to the surface. It might be a difficult choice to make, but once you really look at it and you make that choice of what career path to go down, or what job to follow, or what business to do, or how to do your business, or how to do your projects, you're going to become a leader in your life and a leader in the world around you more than anything else, because you seem to be this person that's making the difficult choices and really getting on and starting being incredibly productive. Look at the general outcome for this 3 weeks here. Look, you've got the double aces in the general outcome. A very highly productive time for you more than anything else. And out the top of it, this is where it's getting influenced even more. Let's just go back to that. You've got that double fire, and that's what that is. There is a certain confrontation between fixed and cardinal. So if cardinal wants to go somewhere, you have that fixed within you. And I think the influence from the outside, which is making you make choices, this is where you can really be the leader, as I said, in this. And this is where out with the old and in with the new. And I think you should allow that influence from the outside sort of start affecting you and really start driving you on to your career success. It's absolutely beautiful on both sense of it. There's a lot of work that's going on under the surface, there's no doubt about it, but it brings in beautiful results for you, Virgo. Let's just see what we get in the way of clarification. Two of Pentacles again. It seems to be that the financial side is the side that's really being the most influential upon you, like your career path of your business and stuff like that. There's a lot of revealing, and this is where we can see with the moon card on there, this is where those healthy boundaries are going to help you out. And I would be very attentive to the immediate surroundings around you, because that's where you're going to get these things revealed. And you can see that with the Two of Pentacles. There's one that's covered up there. And that's what's revealing secrets to you for a greater future. So yeah, it's really recognizing what works. You're certainly going off on a mission here, and I would be very laser focused on your mission, because that's the general outcome. That's the more you're manifesting here on your mission here. You're manifesting a really good connection with someone or other people, whatever it is. It's in a very physical way, and it is a real mission. It's like you're saving a relationship, or you're saving another person, or you're connecting with another person in a really, really beautiful way. But it's that emotional drive of going on a mission. There's nothing more than you love than going on a mission, Virgo. And I think that's what that emotions is going to be driving you for going forward. Yeah, if you're very attentive about where you give out your time, money, effort, emotions, energy to the people that are around you, or the relationships that are around you, this is when you're going to have this notion of happiness after difficulty. This is what's bringing into you. And sometimes it is difficult to turn around to some people and say, no, I can't do that because I've got to concentrate on myself. I know you find it difficult, Virgo. You want to save or help the entire world. We know that. But sometimes you do need to help yourself here. And I do repeat it a lot for you. And I don't mean to sort of like be like a broken record or anything, but I think it's really good for you to recognize that when you're happy, everybody else can be happy. With the 10 of Pentacles, and this is the influence from the past, this is a lot of understanding, a lot of knowledge, and this is where we're starting to move back into the doubles, as it were. This is when I think you're realizing through that double water above you that this is where you realize you've got abundance in multitudes of different areas. And with the influence from Taurus that is around you, and this is what the cardinal water is giving you, this is where, and this is your card, by the way, the King of Pentacles. No, it's not. Sorry, I do apologize. That's for Taurus. It is the Taurus card of the King of Pentacles. And this is where you're getting that directional flow of your emotions. And this is what's going to be that abundance and everything that you could possibly have in the way of security, knowledge, and understanding of how you apply things in your life. In your future self, with the Five of Swords, you get the Nine of Cups. You've already had the Ten of Cups from the influence from the universe. Yeah, the Nine of Cups is sort of saying to you here, once you start realizing that there's certain things that are not really worth getting involved in, not worth winning, some fights are not worth winning, then you're going to realize that actually there's a load of beautiful things going on around you because you're not getting sidetracked in anything. And this is where you're going to notice that Ace of Pentacles over the next 3 weeks. You're going to notice this opportunity to connect either with one other person or with a group of people in a very, very rewarding physical way. And I think this is what's going to, it's going to bring you in the healing. And that comes from that influence from the universe, I think, around you. This connection with another person, this opportunity, these activities and so forth, it's going to bring you a lot of healing from situations that may be sort of conflictual. And you need to sort of like curtail them in order for that healing to really happen. So you can feel absolutely at one and at harmony with everything that is around you. On your financial side, let's just see what's going on here with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, the Two of Wands. A lot of twos going on here. There's a lot of decisions here, especially on your financial side. You've got the Two of Swords there. You have the doubling up with the Two of Pentacles there, with the Two of Pentacles on your karmic path. And also you get the Two of Wands here. So sticking to the plan. And I think that's what that Ace of Wands is all about. Out with the old and in with the new. There is a certain degree of maybe travel that's involved here in order to get that career path or that business or that project or whichever way you're going into. It's certainly sticking to the plan more than anything else. With the Justice card, you get the Queen of Swords. Yes, stay away from that conflictual inner conflict more than anything else. So you bring harmony back into your life by choosing the pathway that you need to go to. And that's what the Two of Swords is all about. The universe is really sort of like giving you a heads up of what direction you need to take and what decision you need to make according to your career path, your business, or your projects. It's going to make things a lot easier for you. What are these surprises from the past? Highly emotional, and this is what you've got the cardinal water that comes into the top here. This is a sort of I would say more of a Pisces card than anything else. So it's your opposite. And I think this is what the surprising thing comes out of it. It may be a case of like, you're working in a particular job. You could be working, in food or some sort of thing like that. And then all of a sudden, someone comes along to you and says, how would you like to work in hospitality? Yeah, there is a connection to food, but at the same time, it's a completely different aspect here. And I think this is what makes you feel good more than anything else when you're according to your past here, and learning about something from your past as well frees you up emotionally in order to go after your success. Two of Swords with the Seven of Cups. Is it really a choice, or is it blatantly obvious where you should be going? There's only one cup that's giving you the good stuff here. And I think this is what we're talking about here with this mutable and cardinal water that comes into your life from the outside. And this gives you that purpose and direction and converting your ideas into reality, which is really important, I think, more than anything else. It's going to make you a leader in your chosen field. With the Ace of Swords, you get the Seven of Swords. Yeah, whatever it is, it's going to make you feel a lot smarter. It feels like you're ahead of the curve. It feels like you're winning, and you win, and then the rest of the world sort of kind of goes, hang on a second, how come Virgo just won like that without us realizing? It's absolutely beautiful. It's out with the old and definitely in with the new. And this helps you. It's going to help you to convert those ideas, those plans, those projects, the business, the career path into reality here. The Fool, it's absolutely brilliant. The fallback, which I was going to say, sorry, the fallback is to do with that Nine of Wands. I think this is what's stopping you from going back and pushing you to go forward, and going forward is sort of like out with the old and in with the new. Absolutely brilliant. There you go. Don't forget, we're going to be doing a second reading when the influence from Gemini takes off at around about the 21st of May. So we're going to be doing in the future, your monthly readings will be coming in according to the signs and how it influences your flower. So yes, there you go. Thank you very much for being here with us. Don't forget about our sister channel, Cymatic TV, where we do a lot of stuff about energy as well. A great video coming up about closing a portal of energy in somebody's house, which is all to do with sort of spirits and so forth. Quite an amazing video. I'm working on the editing side of it at the moment. It's going to be a great video. I'll see you over on Cymatic TV for that, or I'll see you here, whichever way it is. It'd be lovely to see you again. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.